Star Review, page 23. We're doing direct variation. Okay, there's a special linear formula for direct variation. It's known as y equals k times x. I just want you to relate that to what we already know, y equals ln(x) plus b. These are the same thing. The difference is, with direct variation, you don't have a b value because the b is 0. So you don't even have to worry about it. So basically, y equals ln(x) and y equals kx are pretty much the same. The k is like your slope, all right? So what's the equation for direct variation? Y equals kx. You will very often need to find the constant of variation. So they call our slope our m. In this instance, it's called the constant of variation, and they use the letter k. But just keep in mind, it's the same thing. The difference is, and you'll see, the difference is it's easier to calculate it for these problems, and we'll see that in a second. So if you saw for k here, y equals kx, right? If I get k by himself by dividing both sides by x, my equation for k is equal to y divided by x. And that's great and easier for you guys, because when the slope is not 0, when the y-intercept is not 0, and you have like a b value that's some other number besides 0, that is when you're using this, okay? You have to have 2 points, and you have to find the change in y over change in x. If you know that it's direct variation, you only need one y and 1x that goes with it, and you do the y value divided by the x value that goes with it, and you get the constant of variation, or in our case, the slope. You get that value, all right? So the y-intercept is always going to be 0 because these lines always go through the origin. Doesn't matter what the line looks like, whether it's steep or not so steep, or whether it's positive or negative. The key is it goes through the origin. That is what makes it direct variation, okay? Let's try out example 1, and I'll show you how easy these are. If y varies directly with x, that's their lingo for saying, hey, we don't have to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It varies directly. All we need to do is take the y, divide it by the x, okay? Y is 15. X is 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Guess what? The equation of that line is y equals 3x. Super easy, okay? Let's do example 2. Again, y varies directly with x. Oh, that's their way of saying, I don't need 2 points. That's why they don't give me 2 points. Y over x. That's how I get my k value. 6 over 24. What is 6 over 24? You could reduce it in your calculator, or you could say 6 divided by 6 is 1. 24 divided by 6 is 4. So my slope, or my constant of variation, is a fourth. So my equation is y equals 1/4 x. All right? And last one that we're doing together, number 5. Which of the graphs is direct variation? Remember, it must go through the origin. This one does not. This one does. That is direct variation. How do you know? It goes through the origin. All right? And there you go with page 23.